In a world where private jets are the gold standard of status, one man is willing to soar even higher, no matter the political turbulence below. Donald Trump, never one to shy away from spectacle, has set his sights on the ultimate prize, a $400 million airborne palace once reserved for Qatari royalty. While critics raise eyebrows over constitutional concerns and diplomatic optics, Trump appears unfazed, ready to accept what may be the most extravagant aircraft ever offered to a US president. This isn't just a gift, it's a statement. A Boeing 747-8 transformed into a throne in the sky, a flying fortress of opulence and ambition. Nicknamed the Palace in the Sky, this jet is more than transportation. It's a defiant display of prestige wrapped in sycamore wood and silk. And today, on Timeless Luxury, we peel back the gilded curtain on this marvel of aviation, revealing every inch of craftsmanship, controversy, and the man bold enough to claim it. This aircraft story begins in 2012 when it was delivered new to the Qatari royal family's Emiri flight, a fleet reserved for the House of Thani. Registered as P4HBJ, the Boeing 747-8KB wasn't your average wide body. It was purpose-built for kings, emirs, and dignitaries, and from the moment it rolled off the production line, it was destined to defy gravity, both literally and figuratively. Spanning over 250 feet in length, this jet was the largest and most advanced passenger aircraft built by Boeing at the time. Yet, instead of accommodating over 600 passengers like a commercial version, it was painstakingly reimagined to seat just 89, a declaration that this vessel was about space, not scale. Step aboard, and the world below ceases to exist. You're no longer a passenger, you're a sovereign in the sky. Every square inch of this airborne sanctuary speaks fluently in the language of exclusivity, extravagance, and empire. The interior is a triumph of design by the legendary Cabinet Alberto Pinto, a Parisian atelier revered for crafting interiors on the most elite super yachts, private palaces, and royal residences across the globe. This jet is no exception. It is their masterpiece, an ode to opulence at altitude. Walls are paneled in lustrous sycamore and deep wakapoo woods, polished until they gleam with a mirror-like sheen. The air itself seems to glow thanks to a choreography of ambient lighting that shifts to match the mood or time of day. Beneath your feet, custom Taiping carpets, hand-woven in regal tones of ivory, midnight blue, and glints of gold, soften each step, making the entire cabin feel more like a floating chateau than an aircraft. Plush leather recliners invite you to sink in, while silk-upholstered walls absorb both sound and stress. Every gold-accented fixture, whether a light switch or door handle, is not just functional, but fashioned like jewelry. This is more than luxury. It is an airborne ode to aristocracy, wrapped in finesse and flying at 35,000 feet. But what truly sets this jet apart isn't just the materials. It's how they're arranged to serve a very specific vision. The sky as your sovereign domain. This is not a mode of travel, it is a palace in motion. The layout is an architectural marvel, offering more than just beauty. It offers total autonomy. 2 private staterooms stand as crown jewels of the layout, each more akin to a 5-star hotel suite than an airplane berth. The master suite boasts a king-size bed dressed in the finest linens, framed by lacquered wood and soft, indirect lighting. Its marble-clad ensuite bathroom features a full-size walk-in shower, gold-plated fixtures, and a dedicated dressing chamber with wardrobes custom-built for high-stakes diplomacy. Just beyond, an executive boardroom awaits, polished to perfection and secured for classified briefings. The 12-seat conference table gleams under hand-blown crystal lighting, offering global leaders a space to shape history while drifting silently above continents. Secure video conferencing, surround sound projection, and encrypted communication systems are seamlessly integrated, hidden within carved millwork and custom cabinetry. Every technological component is cloaked in elegance. Multiple lounge areas, styled with velvet-clad armchairs, hand-carved tables and private nooks provide intimate spaces for meetings, meals, or moments of solitude. Whether closing a billion-dollar deal or enjoying a private chess match between diplomats, the atmosphere never falters in its grandeur. 5 full-service galleys ensure that gourmet cuisine, crafted to rival Michelin star restaurants, can be freshly prepared at any moment, with discreet lift systems allowing staff to move between decks without disturbing the jet's serene interior. And if the unexpected arises mid-flight, a fully equipped medical bay stands ready, outfitted with the latest emergency technologies and space for treatment at 40,000 feet. Because on this jet, even crisis response is cloaked in composure. Here, luxury isn't an accessory, it's the foundation. From the thread count of the bedding to the angle of the lighting, from the curvature of the leather recliners to the hushed ambiance that cradles every conversation, this is airborne living at its most sublime. This jet doesn't just fly, it ascends to a realm where royalty, power, and perfection converge in the clouds. The opulence might be what grabs headlines, but the engineering beneath is equally remarkable, a foundation of precision that elevates luxury to new heights. The 747-8 is Boeing's longest passenger aircraft ever produced, a majestic titan of the skies that blends scale with sophistication. It benefits from next-generation Gen X-2 B67 engines, borrowed from the Dreamliner, which provide improved fuel efficiency, reduced emissions, and whisper-quiet performance that suits the serene, gilded environment above. With a range of 7,370 nautical miles, it enables non-stop journeys from Washington, D.C. to virtually any capital in the world, transforming continents into stepping stones of global influence. The gracefully raked wingtips not only enhance fuel economy, but also lend the aircraft a commanding and elegant silhouette. Whether cruising high over the Atlantic or descending into the deserts of the Middle East, this jet delivers presidential-level performance with the refinement of a flying royal residence without a hint of compromise. In February 2025, the plane was seen at Palm Beach International Airport, where Donald Trump personally inspected the jet before its retrofit in Texas. It had been offered, according to insiders, as a temporary Air Force One due to delays in Boeing's production of the new VC-25B models, which won't be fully operational until at least 2029. But the gesture wasn't without controversy. Critics quickly raised red flags over the legality and optics of a former US president accepting a gift from a foreign monarchy. Many pointed to the US Constitution's Foreign Emoluments Clause, which bars federal officials from receiving any present of any kind whatever from foreign states without congressional approval. Still, supporters claimed the aircraft was being delivered to the Department of Defense, not Trump personally, and would later be transferred to the Trump Presidential Library Foundation post-administration. Legal memos from figures like Pam Bondi argue the deal is permissible under these terms. Regardless of the legal debate, one thing is clear. This isn't just a jet, it's a geopolitical statement. Before it can be used by any US president, the jet must undergo a top-secret retrofit by L3 Harris Technologies. Based in Waco, Texas, the defense contractor is installing hardened security systems, encrypted satellite communications, a missile detection system, and command and control interfaces capable of running the US government mid-air. Once complete, the plane will have the same defensive capabilities as the current Air Force One. In moments of crisis, it can become a mobile White House, resilient against electronic warfare, cyber attacks, and even nuclear fallout scenarios. It's an airborne fortress clad in luxury, arguably the most elegant bunker the world has ever seen. What becomes of this palace once it finishes its presidential duty? According to Trump insiders, the long-term plan is to house it near the Trump Presidential Library, likely based at or near Mar-a-Lago. Rumors suggest that hangar space has already been scouted, with the aircraft becoming the crown jewel of a future museum complex celebrating the Trump era. Should the project move forward, this jet may outlive its political legacy, becoming not just a presidential vehicle, but a monument to the marriage of diplomacy and decadence. So what does this all mean in the world of luxury? It means we've reached a new altitude, where political power, royal gifting, and high design intersect 40,000 feet above the ordinary. This isn't just the most expensive presidential aircraft ever gifted. It's a once-in-a-generation icon of craftsmanship and global influence, flying under a spotlight brighter than any runway. For those of us chasing timeless luxury, this plane is the gold standard, the kind of story you tell over champagne on your next first-class flight, if you're lucky. Thank you for flying with timeless luxury. If today's tour through the skies of luxury inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more journeys into wealth, wonder, and everything elite. Until next time, Lux Royals. Stay airborne, stay opulent, and above all, stay timeless.